Hello, welcome back to the Power of Three. This is a part two to our haunted story reading, titled "The Soul Swap." Thank you so very much to the sweet soul that asked for the part two, the sweet subscriber here at the Power of Three. Uh, Thank you for interacting and wanting the part two. I was so excited to be able to do this. You're not going to believe what came out. Now, I don't, this is like only the second part two, and I don't think I did, but I will again if I didn't the first time. Try to. Now, I'm not good at this. I'm good at this, not the computer stuff, right? So I get the videos out. That's pretty much it. But I will do my best to try and figure out how to link the first one, the part one, in, it's not part one, it's just the haunted story reading for May 2025. But I'll do my best. If it's not linked to this one, then just go to the Power Three of Me. It's the leading video, but it should be in your feed. So anyway, um, I switched up the decks a little bit. Most of them ones that originals are here. I did switch two of them, and what I did was is I we don't have the Dark Goddess here. Now that we know the storyline and we know what's going on, we have to do it a little differently now. So the Dark Mirror still here. You're not gonna believe what came out. But I'll let you know what we're using as we go. But I'm just excited. Again, just reminding you how important it is if you do find yourself viewing this video. The haunted story readings, it's true for somebody somewhere, but it is just for your entertainment. But all the videos, if you find yourself watching them, please, 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 please hit the like button. Even if if you're subscribed, because every single video I put out needs your support, and it's free. So, and make sure you subscribe if you want to. Anyway, let's get started with this. I don't want to drag this out too much. Let's get started. Okay, from the Heavenly Father, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Now, okay, we know that our High Priestess of Air has a very dark energy actually out for her. Somebody she has to put up with all day, every day. So now that we know that, this is part two is to dig into, what's happening now and how it's going to be, how it turns out, basically. So obviously, knowing what we know now, our high priestess of air obviously has to go home each day exhausted, not only from work, but from that energy and feeling it and not knowing maybe why things are changing and seemingly dark around them when there's such a lighthearted, um, very aware person, very kind and just keeps to themselves. You know what I mean? Like I said in the first one, if you've watched it, you know that our character, our victim, I guess, has done nothing to deserve this. I know this to be very true because it's just the way it is. If you have got a bright light within you, it's gonna piss demons off in others. If that's what they are, and that's what they're about. So if their energy's dark, you're going to irritate them. You don't have to do anything but walk in the room. And that's what's going on in our haunted story reading. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Well, what does that remind you of? I know myself having to deal with that, facing it each morning. You do want to say a prayer, right? You do want to just go with that faith that you know the Holy Spirit is with you. He goes before you. He goes with you. So knowing you have to face this each day, it makes sense to say a little prayer each day. And I feel like that's what our high priestess of air has to do. Now, what I changed was like the dark goddess isn't here. Um, Instead, now this is based on our high priestess of air's energy. Okay, now that we know what we're dealing with, this is the believing your own magic. And we got escapist. Escapist. Sorry, I'm gonna bring this as close as I can. Come home to yourself. Makes sense, right? You gotta say she's gotta actually now things are shifting so much for her, not knowing why. Nothing makes any sense. But she's actually gotta say an extra prayer before she goes in. She probably prays before she leaves the house and then prays before she goes in to work. And then can't get out of there quick enough to just escape. Literally, that's what it feels like. I mean, we all know getting out of an 8 hour shift, it's just like, ooh, right? But when you feel like you're escaping, it's a lot different. Now, we know that it's soul swapping. We know that it's based on fated to suffer, which is our dark energy, our dark goddess, the supporting energy out of the dark mirror. Look at this. Today for tomorrow. And there's the old moon in the back. Like I said, this dark goddess, this isn't just about somebody just sneering because you just rub them the wrong way and they don't care why and they just, right? It's way past that. This is a haunted story reading. What makes it haunted is that our dark goddess, our one that is fated to suffer, and that's been her existence, dark. And now she's seeing this high priestess of air, and she wants to soul swap. She wants to put on to her agony, her fated to suffer energy, and swap for our high priestess of air's goodness. That's what's happening here. Now, let's see how it's going to turn out. I switched we used the deviant moon for the main spread. It's still here, but we're going to clarify with it. Instead, for the main spread for this part two, we are using the heroes and villains. Thank you so much to the Holy Spirit for keeping us safe and guiding us and my guides and peeps and entertaining us through this haunted story reading for our subscribers. We're at the Power of Three. I mean, thank you so much again if you are subscribed. Um, any part you play to support me and keep me going. Thank you so much. All right. Now, let's talk about what our High Priestess of Air is dealing with now that things are shifting for her and she doesn't know why. All she knows is that she's got to pray before she goes in and escape at the end of the day. Basically, go shut herself in the house until the next day. Can't do it fast enough. It's all happening very quickly. So it's very confusing and it's like this is what comes at her every day. It's not movement, it's like movement of a very horrible energy coming at her every single day in order to however that works, however this moon spell works to literally soul swap. So like I don't know how that works. And I don't think you can really swap with somebody's soul, but you can kind of it's like stealing their energy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you all my dark shit. I'm gonna put it all on you. I'm just gonna like, and it looks like pointy arrows. Do you know what I mean? So it's like whatever they're doing, whatever spells they're doing, and they are doing them, rituals under the moon, purposely to do this. But what's happening with this high priestess of air? She's probably being blamed for things that aren't her fault. She's being talked about behind her back. Um, all of a sudden now put on jobs maybe that are the worst ones. Like do you know what I mean? Like she's being treated a certain way now for no reason at all. And it's not It's coming from our dark goddess, but she's doing it in such a way that it's like, everything is affecting this person so that she shrinks down into nothing, if possible. But we're going to see how our High Priestess of Air is going to come out of this. 8 months. Okay. Leaving. Now, is this what the Dark Goddess is trying to do? No, she's not trying to push her away. If she pushes her away, she can't get that good energy. She can't swap and get all her goodness, right? But we'll see what comes out under this Eight of Cups. We've got two eights so far. Our Dark Goddess can't control everything. So maybe our High Priestess of Air, maybe this is just her leaving every day. It's like maybe every single day, our High Priestess of Air thinks, I can't do this another day. Like maybe when she's leaving every day, she's like, I'm not coming tomorrow. I'm going to call in. I'm going to look for another job. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. But it is still doing its magic, isn't it? Because now she's missing time, losing money, calling in sick. She's already feels like she's being treated a certain way now at work, doesn't know why. So now calling in is just going to add to that, right? But she's looking for different employment, which is good news. I think that's good news. But it's interesting that energy all around her, like, what is going on? Like, but she's a warrior. She's a high priestess of air. This is not going to overcome her, but it's going to affect her. Of course it is. Let's see what's at the bottom. These pentacles. So look at that. That's like a power ring. It's like a superpower. I mean, this dark goddess has barked up the wrong tree. That's a fact, Jack. Page of Swords behind that. It, and the sun. Like, yes, it's affecting her. It's going to shift things. She's going to go work somewhere else. But it's unfortunate, but you know, I guess that's how people grow, and it's always bad things, isn't it? It's never, we don't ever grow really from the good things. I mean, they make you happy and they uplift you like this, but it's not that solid like this, right? Where you're ready for it, good or bad. So, I mean, I'm glad to see something kind of good coming out of this. And I also am glad that, I mean, like I say, it's haunted, but when I say haunted, these are haunted story readings are always about ghosts. But in a sense, these aren't ghosts. They're very evil. Um, well, it's energy, is what it is. It's very evil, intended energy, unleashed on purpose. So it makes it very real. It is real. After you've lived it, and maybe a lot of you have, like me. Maybe not to that extent. I personally am the warrior on the other end. It's like every time that's happened to me and people falls to the wall with me, it's on, let's go. One girl was literally physically pushing me around, knocking me into tables and stuff. I waited outside the door. I had enough. Made sure I was the first person at the punch club, stood right outside the door. Didn't care at that point. Let's go. You and me right now. Guess what? I didn't even get to say that all the way to her car. Never had a problem after that. Some people can't do it like that. They could take the initiative and say, I'm not meant to be here. I'm going to move on. They have the strength in a different way than I do to say, I can go find a job somewhere else. I can do this, I can do that. Everybody's different. So, some of these people have this happen to them and it crushes them, unfortunately. That's not true in our story here. Our high priestess, you know, I feel like those are the people that end up being these people's little sidekick buddies because they can be controlled. They'd rather be friends with somebody that makes them feel vulnerable, so they must be special, right? Yeah. Yeah. How about no, Scott? But anyway, that's just me. All right, let's clarify this on a story reading. It's cheering me up because I'm glad I can totally relate to how the High Priestess of Air has handled this on a daily basis and how she's planning to handle it in the future. This is the it was out of the first one. It's the Deviant Moon. So this is what I'm feeling now. This is going to be how our dark goddess is going to handle when she finds out how this is really going to turn out for her because this chick's energy is not going to be around for her to swap with. So under the Eight of Wands, when she finds out that all that was for nothing, it's just gonna, like it just whizzed right past her, basically. Okay, because our High Priestess of Air, see how this person's on stilts? So this is the Page of Wands, so this is a messenger. This is somebody that's like, "Mm, I'll just get up here a little higher and out of here, basically. Not putting up with it. But as you can see, it didn't knock her down. It didn't put her in her place where our dark goddess can enjoy her, maybe over in the corner, doing the hideous job in there. Nobody likes her. Nobody talks to her. The bosses don't like her. And you stay there. We'll see, our dark goddess is going to lose that from our character anyway, our high priestess of air. Let's see what comes out under the Eight of Cups. Because she's protected, right? So their arrows went right by her. They affected her. She felt them. Pew, pew, pew. That's all the things I just described, but it didn't take her down, right? Peace, I leave with you. My peace, I give unto you. When you have that, well, it's armor. You need it. And our high priestess of air is smart enough to know that. She's also smart enough to know that it's real. Look at this coming in under the Eight of Cups. That I'm going to find another job. I'm not, like she can feel that there's something wrong. But when you didn't do anything wrong, how are you supposed to fix it? People just don't like you. I know, listen how silent I am because that's what it's gonna be like. Okay, and I can just see it now. When the message comes down the pipeline that this or our high priestess of air is leaving, okay, it's gonna it's gonna switch things around, and then like the judgment is the reason, and I can just see the all the bosses like that have been unknowingly, not even knowing why they're doing it. Why was she leaving? Oh, she's such a good worker. Oh, oh, that's too bad. We're sorry to hear that. Oh, blah blah blah. And it's like, let's just see what comes out under the Page of Pentacles. Like making her second guess her leaving, basically. Three of Cups under the Page of Pentacles. This is good news. Okay. Right out of the fish's mouth, so to speak, or the horse's mouth. But this is good news. Page of Pentacles. with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck there. I got a new job. I'm out of here. You got my notice. Nobody puts baby in a corner, basically. Okay? She can put herself in a corner to, you know, she knows she didn't do anything to deserve that. And she thinks enough of herself. And it's not that she's ugly or, like there's nothing wrong with her. It's just, and she's got a strong enough personality to put up with this and make the change. And I'm thankful. I am pleased how this is turning out. Three of Cups under the Page of Pentacles. Celebration. They're celebrating. He's celebrating. There's maybe two people out of the whole place that are saying, hey, maybe they stood back all this time and they noticed. Maybe she's getting her confirmation from two people. All the while, all the people that kind of played a part. And in her mind, they did too, because they didn't say anything. But it's nice to at least have one or two people say, hey, good luck. It probably wasn't much, but because the one that's doing this is doing it to themselves. See, the highest one there that's pouring is the High Priestess of Air. So there are two other people there that are saying, well, hey, good luck to you. Sorry to see you go, which is at this point surprising to our character. But hey, let's see what's at the bottom. Four of Cups. Now, who might this be with the moon there? It's not a full moon this time. Things just didn't work out exactly how our dark goddess planned them. Damn, eh? That one didn't work out. Hmm. Oh well, there's other victims to be had with those three cups standing there. She's got people that um, stay in line, so to speak. But this one cup, this high priestess of air, she wasn't having it. So she's gone. And I told you, she's not happy about it now because these other three people, they aren't powerful like the high priestess of air. You don't with the high priestess of air. She will either stand her ground and pick you up or she'll be out of there, one or the other. I'll got something bigger and better. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Nobody got time for that, right? Okay, so we're going to use the same deck to extra clarify, which is what the heck did I say this was? What'd you do with the box? It's the House of the Night or something. Seriously, I don't know where the box is. Anyway, that's me. It was the clarifier that I used in the power one. So, all right, let's see what comes out now with Escapist. Come home to yourself today for tomorrow. You see it. See what that says? Summon. Oh, I told you that dark goddess, she's not happy. She was summoning. I told you in the moon. She was summoning those 8 arrows at our high priestess of air every single day. And it did take its toll, but not the way she intended. There's that big bad Dodge right there. Fire it up. I'm sorry, I have a habit of saying that. I don't say it I'm saying it on camera. I say it like a retard all the time. I just want to go and get my big bad Dodge again. So for now, when I hear the black one across the street fire up, I say, there goes the big bad Dodge. Now, This is clarifying the Page of Wands, not the Eight of Wands. Look at this shit. It's love. But that heart inside the heart, it's like, I don't know if it's a scar. I don't know what it is, but there's like ropes tied around it. And it's tied and there's a symbol on it. It's like, see, it's like this heart here, the normal size heart is our high priestess heart. You can see this shit? Dark heart with the symbol on it, which is probably from the summoning and the rope. This was her attaching her soul swap. I told you she can't take her soul, but she can she imprinted her darkness onto the high priestess of air, but it was only tied on there with string. It's not permanent. You have the power. Our high priestess is the power. You have the power. Yeah, I know. Okay? You gotta rise up and duty calls. And sometimes that duty is some think ass bitch slamming you into tables. And it's like, okay, excuse me, Amber, you need the job. How long are you going to put up with this? Supervisors aren't doing anything. One thing to do. And yeah, I had a boyfriend at the time who worked there. Did I say anything to him? I can't. Yeah, he knew. I don't know. What's he going to do about it? I don't know. I didn't tell anybody. I literally made up my mind that day. That there was a moment that came. That's it. I am not even going to be in line. I am going to be the first person at that punch clock. She is going to know without a shadow of a doubt that I am standing right outside the door waiting for her sorry ass. And that's exactly what it turned out to be. And that's exactly what our dark goddess is. But our character chose to do it differently than I did. Because it wasn't one thing for one thing. There's been now, okay. In my more recent job as an older person, I had more to this description. Uh, was the person doing anything at night in the moon? I don't know. I don't know. If she was, she's wasting the time. But it's a possibility. Therefore, it was extremely harder to call her out. So what I used to do is just not talk, walk right by her, like she's invisible. Literally, literally. It was only her and me in that department, and I would walk right fucking by her like you're kidding. Don't, because I'm not leaving this job. This is my job, and you are not running me out of here. But that's how I do it, right? You guys might be different to that even. Judgment. The Eight of Cups. Okay? Lust. Well, what is lust? A fleeting shit ass moment that ends up being meaningless and nothing. It leads you nowhere in a big hurry. Okay? In a big hurry. And that's what happened here. Okay? It's like a lustful energy that was going on for everybody and everything but our high priestess of air all of a sudden for no apparent reason. Perfectly good worker, perfectly wonderful, nice person, and actually liked, but it was all cloaked. It was all cloaked under this magic being done. Three of Cups under the Page of Pentacles. And maybe some of you have experienced this on one level or another and can relate as well. And then understand that, yeah, maybe it is more driven than I gave it credit for. Maybe the person was actually thinking about it before they did it. So that you don't, you can look back on it now differently and a little more, maybe even proud of how you handled it. Or maybe you're still dealing with it. I don't know. Three of Cups. It's nice to have the haunted story reading. It's very different, but it's a little more relatable, right, for us as watchers or whatever. Three of Cups under the Page of Pentacles. Things are sticking together now. Things don't want to. All right. Oh, this is awesome. Three of Cups, right? Our celebration renews. Woo, I can finally go in and tell these because I'm out of here. And look at this. Yeah, the grove. It's beautiful. So this is like to me, this is like now she doesn't have to she's back in control. She doesn't have to sleep from there anymore. Okay. She's she can be in this beautiful grove place, literally, or just within her now. Because she's taken back control. She's taken she knew something was off. And it's this is how our High Priestess of Air has chose to do it. Everybody can say everybody's different. Not everybody has the same element layout in their chart. They do things differently. Some people, you know what I mean? Like I say, it's just how I had to handle it. It's- Not everybody is like that. So everybody's different. And like I say, I don't want to repeat myself, but let me know in the comments if you've ever had something like this happen and, did you get a new job or did you stand your ground or maybe they left? Like I say, life is different. We're all on different timelines. Vision there at the bottom again. That big old moon there. For some reason, I think this is, I don't know, our High Priestess of Air, even though she's in front of the moon, because individuality, see? She stood out. She's a High Priestess of Air. And, you know, individuality. This person here just tried to use that moon against her, but it was a waste of time. It really was. Very, very different uh, haunted story reading, but I really like the outcome. I hope you do too. I hope that you're proud of our High Priestess of Air and how she handled it, because I know I am. I am. I am proud of her because what pisses me off within myself that I think I want to go get another job. I don't know what to do. I don't, you know what I mean? I'd rather just handle it the old fashioned way. You know what I mean? Uh, and sometimes you get put in those positions like I am now. Now I don't have a job. Now they closed. You know what I mean? They literally closed down. So I'm waiting for my payout because I've worked there for like 12 years. So, but now I have no choice. I have no choice. Now do I have a lead on something? Yeah. And I'm not even that excited about it because there's aspects about the job that I just don't like. I want my old job, but I can't have it. Out with the old, in with the new. Sometimes we don't have a choice, but our character, she made a conscious choice because she knew. She knew she didn't belong in that. She knew she didn't deserve that. She knew something was off. She knew she didn't belong there and need to go. So this to close out, so I can stop babbling. I guess I just don't want to let you go. This is the Soul Helper Oracle. And we're going to close out our haunted story reading part 2, May 2025. Thank you so much for this haunted story reading for the collective's entertainment. So let's close this out safely. Give everybody a Soul Helper Oracle message. A new strategy is required. OMG! Find the path to love and happiness. Yikes. That's pretty awesome. I just want to do a little clap for our reading. But guys, I'll leave it there. Again, I'm a pigeon when it comes to this stuff. I go to upload this now. It won't be up till tomorrow, which is Sunday. Because YouTube won't let me. I can't upload the same day because I'm just too much of a low ball nothing channel. So I always put it up at midnight, just so you're aware of that, because it's as soon as I can upload it. I don't want to wait. Then when am I supposed to do it? 4 in the morning, 5, wait 24 hours, so I just put it up at midnight. Sometimes people are awake, and if not, it's there for you in the morning. But I will do my best to see if I can figure out how to link a video to another video, and that'll be the first part. And if it's not there, and you watch this for whatever reason, and you want to go back and watch the first one, power through me. You'll find it. Just go to the videos on the channel and it'll be there. So, thank you again to the lovely subscriber that asked for this part too. Thank you. And take care of yourself till I see you guys again. Bye for now.